A second characteristic of tone is duration. A tone's duration, of course, is the amount of time it sounds. It might be a long duration, or it might be a short duration. But no matter the duration, it will always fit inside some kind of evenly distributed rhythmic pattern. Let's talk about what we mean by rhythmic pattern. Within each portion of each and every piece of music, there exists a pulse. This pulse is sometimes, but not always, heard. It is, however, always felt. It is even, consistent, and recurrent. We call this pulse a musical beat. Sometimes the beat is fast. And sometimes it is slow. We call the speed at which the beat travels through time the tempo. We hear beats in groups of twos, threes, or fours. Our ears differentiate between the groups by the inherent strong and weak accents associated with each of the beats. We never hear a line of beats that are without accents. For example, we never hear Rather, we hear beats that return in patterns. For example, groups of two beats recur as a pattern of a strong and a weak beat. Groups of three beats recur as a pattern of one strong beat followed by two weak beats. Groups of four beats recur as a pattern of one strong beat followed by one weak beat followed by one less strong beat followed by one weak beat. We can combine the beats or divide the beats. Without losing the underlying beat pattern. Let's listen to some real-world examples of music written with 2, 3, and 4 underlying beat patterns. We'll use what is known as a click track to emphasize the different beat patterns. First, the 2-beat pattern. Followed by the 3-beat pattern. And finally, the 4-beat pattern. A musical staff will include vertical lines called measures or bar lines. These lines enclose areas of the staff called measures. Each measure is like a little box which will contain a group of beats, usually 2, 3, or 4 beats, but in reality the groupings could be any number. Musicians know which beat pattern they are using by looking at the two numbers which are located to the right of the clef sign at the very beginning of the song. Those two numbers make up what is called the time signature. Right now, our focus is on the top number. The top number of a time signature tells us how many beats are contained in one measure. Again, there can be any number of beats within a measure. It can be an even number or an odd number. This concludes our lesson on the duration of tone, Part 1. In Part 2, we will consider the division or combining of beats and what the bottom number of the time signature conveys to the musician.